Okay, so we come to section B, which is the writing question on paper one, and it's the persuasive writing. You get a choice with the questions, either question 7, in this case it's write a blog with the title How to Choose the Best Job, and you do get opening lines with this task, and they can help you plan your ideas. Or question 8, write an article for an employment website aimed at young adults with the title How to Make a Good Impression, a Guide to a Successful Interview. And it gives you 3 bullet points and tells you what you need to include. I'm just going to do a rough overview of how to plan and organise your work for this question. I would say, regardless of whether it says write a blog, a speech, an article, letter, don't let that, the format that they ask you to write in put you off. Go for the question that you feel you know more about. So, with that in mind, I'm just going to talk about how you could possibly organise your writing. So, in the box that they give you, you could, I would say, write down 3 main ideas or points. So, if you're looking at the how to choose the best job question, so your 3 ideas could be what are the main things you need to think about for a job, um, what earnings and qualifications would be good for you, and is it going to be permanent, full-time or part-time. So you need to sort of like jot down 3 main ideas for your writing, and then you need to be considering you need to be looking at the purpose. What is the purpose of your writing? So with question 7, it's writing a blog with the title How to Choose the Best Job. So the purpose of this is to inform and instruct people. The audience could be anybody really, because a blog it tends to be online. It's like an online public forum. So your audience would be anybody. But in question 8, the article is aimed at young adults. So you'd have a slightly different audience. And then the format is really, whether it's a blog or an article or a letter or a speech. So you just need to think about the tone of your writing, whether it's going to be more formal. So it'd be more formal if you were writing a letter to, say, for example, your MP or to a local newspaper. It would be informal if you're writing a review or an article maybe aimed at young people or a speech for young people. So you just need to think about the tone of your writing. And then the forest or a forest, okay? There are kind of like typical persuasive language techniques, which we do talk about a lot when it comes to your persuasive writing. Not everybody knows the forest or likes to use it, but what I would say is it can like help improve your writing, even if you use a few of the techniques, okay? So we've got direct address, where you talk to your reader directly, using the pronouns you or we. An anecdote, I always recommend, try to put in your own little personal example or story to back up your ideas. Alliteration is quite a nice one to use. It can, have quite a good impact. Introducing facts. Obviously, you'll be, using a lot of your opinions in your work. Repetition is good if you're doing the speech. You can use ideas from famous speeches. They're remembered for their repetition of phrases. Rhetorical question. You might want to start your writing off with a rhetorical question, and possibly end with one. Statistics. We always say you can make these up as long as they seem believable. And putting 3 words together has a lot of impact as well. So counter argument, depending on the format of your writing, where you have to like persuade or argue your point, it's always a good idea to look at the other point of view, so that it gives your writing a bit of balance. So it shows that you've looked at the opposite side. So yeah, these are just some key things to think about in your writing. And then I would say for the transactional writing, for most of the forms, you need to have a good introduction, 3 solid paragraphs, and a good conclusion. And also, don't forget about your punctuation. Obviously, your spelling and vocabulary is also going to be marked.